Senan Bakani of the DLSU Board of Trustees, DLSU President, Brother Bernie Oka, Dr. Robert Raleda, DLSU administrators, faculty members, parents, graduating students of the batch 2025, ladies and gentlemen, a pleasant afternoon. There is a very interesting and humbling story about a graduating student, which I heard about many years ago, at about the same time I graduated. This version has changed, it has modernized, but the moral of the story still remains the same. So allow me to share this simple and short story with you. An honor student has just graduated from a prominent university in Manila and was on his way back to his hometown in a very far-flung province. Due to the lack of infrastructure, he had to take a very small wooden boat, manually piloted by a local boatman, to make the inter-island trip through very rough seas. Beaming with pride with his scholastic accomplishment, he decided to engage the young boatman in a very casual conversation. He suddenly turned to the boatman and asked, "June, do you know how to use navigational apps in your smartphone?" To which the boatman replied, "Sorry, sir, but no." To which the graduate replied, "Oh, if you are not familiar with modern technology, you have just missed out on 1/3 of your life." Further down, he began asking the boatman again, "So if you're not familiar with AI or navigational apps, do you by any chance know how to use a laptop or Microsoft applications?" Again, the boatman looked bewildered, stared into him, and answered, "Sorry, sir, but also no." At this time, the graduate, feeling a sense of superiority, answered him back and said, "So if you're not familiar with modern technology and you cannot use a laptop or Microsoft ads, you have now missed out on 2/3 of your life." Midway across the journey through the rough seas, the boat had now taken in some water, and slowly it began to sink. At this point, the boatman stood up, faced the graduate, and asked him, "What about you? Do you know how to swim?" To which the graduate replied, "No." The boatman then answered, "In that case, you have just lost 100% of your life." Today, I have the honor of accepting one of the highest and most prestigious awards that an alma mater can bestow upon its alumni. A recognition I will forever cherish and be grateful for. As I sat down the other night, thinking and deciding and composing the contents of my address to you, I was torn between discussing the experiences I've had in business for the last 37 years or reminiscing with you my time as a LaSallian and how it has prepared me for the life that is to come. Then came a startling realization, a light bulb moment, so to speak, that my life and journey as a businessman was actually no difference from my experience as a student. So please, allow me for the next few minutes to share with you what took me more than 30 years to fathom. First, we are all students for life, and we should never stop learning. Today does not mark your last day as students, but rather your first day as Lasallians. No one, at no time, can claim to have a monopoly of knowledge. And whether it is learning a new language, learning a new skill, acquiring a new talent, pursuing masteral or doctorate, taking on a new job, or taking on new challenges, we must live each day to learn every day. Second, nothing replaces hard work. Nothing. Do you notice that the harder you study, the luckier you are with your grades? Talent can be golden, but perseverance is priceless. And you don't have to look very far to witness hard work, because it begins in your family. I'm sure your parents who are with you here today worked very hard to invest in your Lasallian education. And believe me, it is not cheap. My parents, who are also here with me today, as they've always been, are now in their 80s, but they still go to the office every day. So today, let us not forget to thank our parents for sending us to one of the best educational and learning institutions in Asia. But most importantly, for showing us that the only place where success comes before work is in the dictionary. Third, life is a work in progress, meaning you must work before you achieve progress. Don't be afraid to try and fail, but never fail to try. Don't be afraid of making mistakes, but be wary of not learning from your mistakes. Personally, over the course of 37 years in business, I have committed so many mistakes, but honestly, I cannot recall or remember them all because I was too busy figuring out the solutions and bouncing back with resilience. Mistakes are necessary experiences, not to make you bitter, but to make you better. Let me end my remarks by thanking those who have made this conferment possible. I share this recognition with my parents, my family, my special friends, my business partners, and the thousands of members in our business organization who serve as my inspiration day in and day out. Lastly, thank you, De La Salle University, for paying it forward 37 years ago by accepting a legal management freshman and inculcating in him the Lasallian core values, its mission, its vision, that continues to guide him in business and in life. Congratulations to the graduating batch of 2025. You came inside this auditorium this afternoon as graduating students. You will leave this hall as men and women of honor, holding your banner high and bright in a shield of green and white, always ready to fight to keep your glory bright. Animo na Salle, and good afternoon.